Hello guys, in this video tutorial I will teach you about a sequence, SQL sequence. A sequence is a user defined schema bound object that generates a sequence of numeric values according to specification with which the sequence was created. A sequence of numeric value is generated in an ascending or descending order at a defined interval. So let's start with how to create a sequence. So just like a table, we will use the word create sequence. For example, ABC is the sequence name. So first we will write start with. Here we will give the initial value which we set. So suppose we give start with 1. Then we will write increment by. So for example, we write 1 increment by 1, and max value, maximum value it will reach. We can set any value, 100, 200,000, or if we don't put it, so there will be no bound, means it will generate it will reach up to infinite. So let's start how to retrieve the value from this sequence. So in similarly way, like we select data from table, we can select the existent or the next value of the sequence. So we will write select ABC, which is a sequence name, dot current value, CURRVAL. Select ABC dot current value from dual. Select ABC dot next value from dual 1. So this is the next value saved in the sequence. If we again execute it, it will give us 2. If we again execute it, it will give us 3, and so on. So in this way you create a sequence number. When sequence number is called, it will automatically increment the previous value. So there are a lot of advantages of using sequence. For example, in every form, in every business forms and in every table, we have a unique identifier number which increment every time when we fetch a new record, and we fetch a new record. So we have to increment the previously stored value. So for that, sequence is more useful. Sometimes we don't know about the previous value, so by making sequence, it will automatically generate the sequence value. Now we create another sequence. Suppose create sequence AB, for example seq1 with seq1. Start with 5, increment by 5, and we write here max value of 50. Sequence is created. So this sequence will start from 5, and each time when we select the next value, the result will increment with the difference of 5, and when it reaches to 50, it will be no more incremented. It will no more increment it, and then we have to alter it. So let's start. So select sequence 1 dot current value from 1. select seq1 dot next value from dual. If we write this, so the result will be 5. Seq1 dot next value from dual. If we write again, the next time the value will be 10. Select 15, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. So the sequence one next value exceed the maximum value, it cannot be instantiated. Now come to discuss how to insert data into table using sequence. So we have created one table. Let's discuss it. Describe that table. Customer. We have created table with 2 columns, customer ID and name, and let's create a sequence to insert data into this table. So we create sequence cust. For example, the name of the sequence is cust start with 0, increment by 1, start with 0. So start with 1. We start it with a 1. Sequence is created. So now we insert this data into the table. So for inserting data, we write insert into table name, which is customer, and we write here column name, customer ID, name, values. In value we will write here as the customer ID value will come from the sequence, so we will write sequence name. Sequence name is cust dot next value. Next value will come here. If we put the present value, so we write it here current value, but now we are inserting the next value, for example, which is 2, so we write next value and name. So we can write here name, for example, Ali. Row is inserted. We can select data, select star from customer 1. Next time we will enter the name, and customer ID will be inserted automatically. So let us suppose we insert another row. Insert into customer ID, and its name. Here we write values, cust dot next value. We write here cust dot next value, and for name we write and name. What does this mean and why we do that? To get the name from the user on console, rather than we put here in quotes one name. So every time when we enter the button, so it will be asked to enter a new name, and the customer ID number will be automatically entered from the sequence. So enter value for name, we write Asad, then we write edit name, for example we write Shahzain. Edit is used to edit and execute it again. Name is Ijaz Khan. Ed again, enter name, which is Kiramat Khan. Oh, the value is too large for a dot name with import constraint. Data size less than 10. It is 10 and this value exceed the 10, so we will write here and we'll execute it and we will write Kiramat. So commit. Now we select static from customer. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and 6. Why 5 is not showing here? The 5 is not showing here because here we have done a mistake. We put a value greater than data size 10, which is not allowed here because the maximum size is 10 and the sequence is generated. It is not entered. Why not entered? Because of this error. The name length was large, but it was generated. So next time when it was generated, it give the value of 6 rather than 5. So this was all about creating sequence and selection of data from the sequence and insertion of data into table from the sequence. So for example, if we write if we want to select the present value, so how can we do this? Select sequence is cust dot current value from 6. The current value is, each time when we execute this it will give 6, and if we write here the next value 7 8 10. So thank you for listening me. Thank you so much, and wait for the next video. So thank you so much.